Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Megawati Halim, Class C English Education 2018. Well, I would to present my proposal in the title is Teacher and Students Perception Toward Online English Learning During COVID-19 Pandemic at second grade in one of senior high school academic year 2020 until 2021 by Rosdiana. Well, the first is Chapter 1 Introduction. The part is Background. In Indonesian, all teaching activities in both formal and non-formal education prioritize face-to-face meeting in class. However, since the COVID-19 pandemic has entered Indonesia and the number of positive cases began to increase every day, the Indonesian government finally established to class educational institution. Through this policy, the Indonesian government and all level of such as have the spread of the COVID-19 virus can be managed in accordance with the government effort to immediately break the chain of this virus. Director General of Disease Prevention and Control 2020 explained that coronavirus disease COVID-19 is a new type of virus that has never been previously identified in human. Coronavirus is a zoonosis and transmitted between animal and human. Next, the part is research question. Related with the previous explanation, there is one main question in this research. What is the teacher and students' perception toward online English learning during COVID-19 pandemic? Next, the part is objective of the research. According to the research question, the objective of this research is to know the teacher and students' perception toward online English learning during COVID-19. Next, the part is significance of the research. The first, theoretical significance. It is expected that the findings of this research can support and complement previous theories related to the use of online learning English. Next, practical significance. Part A for students. Online learning can be used as a learning medium for learning English during the COVID-19 pandemic. Students can use online learning for learn English material even though a distance way without face-to-face directly in the classroom, so that the subject matter is not left behind. Part B for teacher. It is hope that this research can provide inspiration or ideas for teacher and teaching English through online learning. Teacher can use online learning as an alternative medium for teaching English without having to face directly in classroom. Then, for the perception of students, the teacher can know the extent of students' understanding of the material delivered through online learning, whether they are abstract or not. The third, scope of the research. In this research, the research limited the problem mainly to exploring teacher and students' perception toward online English learning during COVID-19 pandemic that was endemic in Indonesia. The participants that research take are in English teacher and second grade students at one of senior high school in West Sulawesi. The second is chapter 1 literature review. The part is previous finding. Rasmidatili et al. 2020 with title The Perception of Primary School Teacher and Online Learning During the COVID-19 Pandemic Period, a case study in Indonesia. The data of this research were collected through survey and semi-structured interview with 67 class teachers in primary school. Data analysis used thematic analysis of qualitative data. The analysis research found four main themes, namely instructional strategy, challenge, support, and motivation of teacher. This research contributes to the literature of online collaborative learning between teacher, parents, and school that impact student success. Next part is pertinent ideas. The first definition of perception, according to George and Jones, 2012, states that perception is the process by which individuals select, organization, and interpret the input from their sense, vision, hearing, touch, smell, and taste to give meaning in order to the world around them. Salameto, as cited in Sinaga 2018, describes perception is a process concerning the entry of message or information into human brain through perception. Woman is continuous establish a relationship with the environment. The relationship is done through the sense. They are the sense of sense, listener, touch, taste, and smell. The second factor influencing perception. There are three factors that affect perception according to Ullmann et al. Cited in Gaznita 2019. Selection of stimuli, organizational of stimuli, the situation, self-concept. And the third definition of English learning and teaching. Crystal, as cited in Myri 2016, states the spread of English is growing in many different ways based on many different factors such as historical reasons, internal political reasons, external economic reasons, particular reasons, intellectual reasons, and entertainment reasons. Furthermore, Bromfield, as cited in Society 2017, defines that English is the language used as a tool or medium of international communication, which is the most widespread and most frequently used. The fourth, theories of learning and teaching. According to psychologists of education, There are four theories of learning and teaching, namely theory of constructivism, theory of Faggot, theory of Vygotsky, and theory of Burner. The fifth, online learning. Learning is a process of interaction between students and learning research in a learning environment where the teacher transfers his knowledge to his students. According to the Ministry of National Education in Law number 20 of 2003 on sickness, Article 1, Paragraph 20 states that learning is a process of interaction with students, educator, and learning research in a learning environment. The sixth, advantage and disadvantage of online learning, reported by antranews.com. There are several advantages of online learning, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are time effectiveness, flash effectiveness, easier to find information. In addition to advantage of using online learning, there are few disadvantages in using online learning, namely, the first, difficult to control the students. The second, lack of interaction between teacher and student. The third, the need for technical and equipment such as computer, gadget, internet data packages, and a good internet network. And the last, COVID-19 pandemic. There is a new type of coronavirus, namely coronavirus 2, SARS-CoV-2, which causes severe acute respiratory infection. This was first reported in Wuhan, Hubei province, China, and spread throughout China and beyond. Zhu et al. 2020 and February 12, 2018, Wu officially reported to the recent cause of the novel coronavirus as coronavirus 2018. Director General of Disease Prevention and Control 2020 explained that coronavirus disease COVID-19 is a new type of virus that have never been previously identified in women. Coronavirus is a zoonosis transmitted between animal and humans. Next part is conceptual framework. In this research, the researcher will conduct a research for teacher and students' perception toward online English learning during COVID-19 because the research found that there are several differences between learning at school and online learning process. Besides that, both teachers and students found many difficulties in the learning process during this pandemic. The research want to analyze participant perception of teacher and students toward online English learning. The third is chapter 3, research methodology. The part is Design of the research. Creswell 2011 state that research is process of steps used to collect and analyze information to increase our understanding of topic or issues. Furthermore, RACO 2010 defined that research is generally understood as the scientific activity that is carried out gradually, beginning with topic determination, data collecting, and data analysis data, so that later an understanding and definition of a particular topic, symptom, or issue can be obtained. In this research, the research used descriptive qualitative research focused on analyzing teacher and student perception toward online English learning during COVID-19 pandemic. Next part is research site and time. Research site. This research was conducted face-to-face and online because the COVID-19 pandemic. The subject in this study were an English teacher and second grade students at one of senior high school in West Sulawesi. Research time. In collecting data, the research made interview guidelines and then the research conducted an interview to the English teacher who was the subject of this research in January. Furthermore, the research had also interviewed 5 students through audio call in January. Next, the part is research subject. The subject of the research were the English teacher and 5 students at second grade senior high school in the academic year 2020. Next, the part is research instrument. Research instrument is a tool used by research in collecting the data. The data that has been collected is useful to assist research in doing his or her research. Winarto 2013. His research, the research instrument used with the researcher himself. In addition, the researcher also used other instruments that are expected to help the researcher in collecting data. They were audio recording and interview guidelines. Next, the part is technique of collecting the data. According to CARA 2010, data is collected when the direction and the purpose of the research are clear in the search of the data, namely the informant or participant has been identified, contacted, and has obtained approval to provide the information needed. In this research, the researcher conducted the interview as the technique of the data collection. Next, the part is data analysis. In this research, the researcher analyzes the data that was acquired from interview. According to Millens and Haberman in Sugiono 2018, there are three tips in technique of analysis data. There are reduction, data display, and verification of data. I think that's all for me. Thank you.